Hello, my name's Linda. I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, making a Christmas card today using the new Curvy stamp set. So there's the Curvy Christmas and the Quite Curvy. I'm using both of these in this card. You can also get paper that goes with the Christmas, and you can get the dies as well. These are available beginning of November. So let's see what else we're using. I'm going to have a misty moonlight background, and I have some Whisper White here. I've already done a little bit of preparation. I've used the subtle embossing folder on a piece of Whisper White, and this is 10 by 14.5 centimetres. It's going to be a layer at the back of the card. And I've used one of the stitched rectangle dies for some Whisper White here. And these pieces are just scrap pieces and they're for stamping. And Misty Moonlight, this started off as an A4 piece, and I've cut that in half, so that is about 14.9 centimetres. And then we're going to score that at 10.5 centimetres, and that's going to be our card base. We're going to do a little bit of stamping. I'm using Mossy Meadow as my ink. I'm going to stamp this image here. So I need to explain exactly what I'm doing here. I am in the process of moving, and I have a very limited supply of products available to me. And for some unknown reason, I have actually packed most of my mounts, and I've only got a few left. I don't have one large enough, so in this instance I have stuck it to the back of my box. This isn't ideal, and I'm just going to ink it up and stamp it down. It's working for me at a push, but as I said, this is not a great way to do it. There we go. So I'm just using my Granny Apple Green. So I'm just doing basic colouring. I'm going in with my light, and then after I'm just using the dark just to do some of the stems. So I'm going to do a little bit more stamping. So now I have my stitched rectangle piece of paper, and I'm going to be using the trees on the Curvy Christmas stamp. Really love this one, and the stars, really pretty. And of course it is too big for the mount. This is the largest mount I have. I'm going to be using the Mossy Meadow again. I want my image to be at the top. And then I'm going to do a little bit of colouring again. So I've again got my Granny Apple Green, and I'm just colouring my trees in. I'm not going to make you watch me do all of these. So colour the trees in. I'm even colouring the trunks in, and I've done those green as well, although you could use crumb cake if you want to. And then the reason I haven't got that much sky is because I then want to go in with my Misty Moonlight and colour the sky in. So colouring the sky in and going around the trees, and this is probably not great colouring because I don't want to look over and put my head in the camera, so I'm doing it from a bit of a distance here, but you get the idea. I'm going to go all the way round, right up to the top and right down to the bottom of the snow, so covering all of the background with my Misty Moonlight. And here is one that I actually did earlier. And I've also used the Itty Bitty Christmas. I've used Lots of Love at Christmas because this is actually a curvy sentiment as well. And I've silver embossed that just along there, but you could use a different sentiment. You could use one from the actual Curvy Christmas. And so there we go. There's the. It's really pretty, isn't it? I think it's quite effective where the background's coloured in. So we can actually start putting the card together. Just need to score this at 10.5, and this is obviously our card base. Then we have the Whisper White, that is the subtle, and it doesn't look like I've cut that small enough. I'm just going to need to go and trim this. So actually that probably needs to be cut down. I did say 14.5, and I think it needs to be about 14.3. Just so you get a little tiny edge all the way around. So I'm just going to stick that to the front of the card. while you're cutting this piece out, you should cut another one, and then you can put that inside so you have somewhere to write your message as well. I want this to be sort of at the top of the card. Oh, actually I just remembered there's a bit more stamping to do, so let's just do that. I've also, which totally forgot about, stamped the bow, and I've coloured it in cherry cobbler, and you have to fussy cut that. There's no die for that, so I've fussy cut that out. And I've also stamped a couple of the birds. I've gone for this one, and I've turned him into a robin, so I've used the bronze, the cherry cobbler and the crumb cake. And another little trick I've done, so this is the one that we stamped earlier, and I stamped and die cut this, so there is actually a die for this, but then what I've done, if you can see, is I've fussy cut the end pieces off, so just a couple of bits at the end to make this fit my card. So I'm going to be sticking this to the front here, and then this pretty foliage at the bottom here. Going to have a little robin and our bow. So let's just stick this together. I'm going to stick that up the top, so you've got a little gap at the bottom there. I've popped my little robin on some dimensionals, some mini dimensionals. I'm going to pop him up there, and I'm just going to stick my bow to the bottom there. And here's my finished card. You will need to put something on the inside so you have somewhere to write your message. You can even stamp another sentiment in there. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do. Thanks for watching. Bye.